So we're here with our young people, Granivet Church of the Nazarene, and they are here to give you their opinion and their views on our topic, Stand Out and Be Different.
Being a Christian means a lot to me. It means that the where I was before, I'm not there anymore, and I have a clean slate to live a life of cleanliness, of the Christ-like.
Christian. It means just basically living a life that is pleasing to God.
What does being a Christian mean to you?
Well, believing in God and just doing things the right way.
Christian,
Yes.
to be a follower of Christ, to walk in His precepts, to fulfill His will for your life.
Wonderful. And Naomi?
Well, living for Jesus Christ, doing what is pleasing and acceptable to Him.
And you, Donesh?
To me, being a Christian means serving God in spirit and in truth.
Okay. When among your friends, Chanel, do you stand out or do you blend in?
Well, I don't really have friends,
And do you have friends that you hang out with? When you are among these friends, do you stand out or do you blend in?
I kind of blend in.
When among your friends, do you stand out or blend in?
I think I stand out. When I say I stand out, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm just putting everybody down to make myself feel better, but I just always stand out.
When among your friends, do you stand out or do you blend in?
Depends.
Tell me what it depends on.
When speaking of like the people in the church, then I stand out, even if it's with other friends that are not Christians. Yeah, I stand.
Among church folks, I blend in. Friends, it's kind of difficult.
What about the work environment or any group setting for that? Do you stand out? Do you blend in?
because you may not always meet people with the same motives and religious beliefs as you.
Okay. And Naomi, do you stand out? Do you blend in?
Well, I try to stand out so that they can see Christ living in me and that they can change.
Do you believe you have to be outstanding to stand out?
Not really. As long as you're different, you should stand out.
Well, I don't believe you have to be outstanding to stand out, but I believe in how people will see you behave and the way you act. They would know you're
You don't
different.
have to be outstanding to stand out. Just be you and being yourself. You stand out by everything you do. Because if you not yourself and you just like the ordinary person, the person that you like, you copying the person you're hanging out with, you will never stand out. Just by being you and having your own unique personality, you stand out.
I don't believe that you have to be outstanding to stand out. You just have to be different.
With regards to the text, we're looking at Romans chapter 12 verse 2 and 1 Timothy 4:12. When you look at these two texts, what do you understand that they are saying about standing out or being outstanding?
Transform yourself, meaning be the change, be the difference. And also in Timothy it says that don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, so you shouldn't feel like you're too young to be the change or to be the difference, or you're too young to transform, and that you're obliged to conform yourself just because you're young and you may not have a voice.
It's okay to stand out, but at the same time, don't stand out and just feel inferior. Stand out and shine, just that, you're doing it for a good purpose. You're not standing out because everybody's just like, she's different. You're standing out because you know your purpose, you know that you're doing it for the glory of God. So stand out.
When do you think it's okay to stand out?
Well, when matters for your religion come into play, being discussed. Like if two people are having a discussion and they both go in a way that counteracts your religion, you should stand out. for what you
Wonderful.
believe.
When do you think, as a Christian, it's okay to stand out?
As a Christian, you will have to stand out 24/7. It's your job to stand out. It's your job to be against. It's you.
Let's see, let me give a scenario like Friday at work. They were having some discussion about sex and whatnot, but I wasn't taking part in the discussion. So to me, that's basically standing out, not doing what everybody else is doing when you know it's wrong, when you know it's not pleasing to God.
I think it's okay to stand out everywhere you go, all the time, because sometimes you have to let it be known that you stand for something rather than you just fall for anything. So it's always good to let people know what you stand for, but not just rubbing it in their face like, oh, I'm this or I'm that. You just have to always let them know so then they could approach you differently and they could respect you.
As a believer, people will know by the way you speak, the way you behave, that you are different. But you could still not stand out totally for them to know who you are, but you will be set apart from them. You will believe in certain things, you will know certain behaviors, and certain things will just think. But just being a Christian, you will stand out no matter what. And if you blend in, well, blending in doesn't make you a Christian because you'll go with how everybody behaves. So.
Okay. So, on that same note, do you believe that you are supposed to blend
You're supposed to blend in,
in church?
in church, but
Why?
because church is where Christians gather. Church is a place of worship. Church is the sanctuary of the Lord, and I do believe that in the sanctuary of the Lord,
Okay.
person's pleasing to Him.
Okay to stand out? Are you saying that it's okay to stand out,
As a
or
young
should you blend
person?
in church?
It's kind of difficult, eh? But putting it to a young person, I would like you to stand out in a positive way, not a demeaning way to say, I'm in charge and I'm a Christian and I know all and I know this and I know that. But I believe as a young person growing up in church, you can show your individuality, but do not step on people going down or going up, I should say. So people will still sense that you are different, but don't blend with the crowd. If the crowd is doing something and you know in your mind, I can do better or it shouldn't be done that way, take charge and do it.
So, is it okay to stand out in church as well? Okay. Why do you say so?
Because honestly, we all will not be the same when it comes to religion. So if you think you have a certain ability when it comes to your religion, you ought to show it.
Wonderful. I like those answers. Thank you so much.